Hi, everyone. Welcome to Movies with My Mother. I am Lexi,
And I'm Lori.
and today we watched John Carpenter's They Live.
You do.
It was from 1988. It was a solid R, was 94 minutes long, and obviously it was directed by John Carpenter.
Yes.
And we have said in other Carpenter episodes that we have talked Carpenter to death.
Yes, we have.
So we're probably not going to talk a lot about him today.
No, I don't have much at all.
It got an 86% on Rotten Tomatoes,
Oh,
pretty high.
yeah.
55 on Metascore, which I feel like that trends low.
I do too. I think that that's a high score for Metascore, but
Yeah.
I don't think that that compares to the other scores.
And 7.2 out of 10 on IMDb, which again, I feel is low
I
for a
think
movie like this.
I think that that sounds. Do you think it's because there's not a lot of big names in there?
Absolutely not. Roddy Piper was hot in the WWF at that time.
He was very hot. But there's not a lot of big names in it. I have written down here that Na the only real names I recognized was Jason Robards. That's it. Oh, of course, our friend Keith David.
Yeah, friend of the pod.
Right. Pete. Um, but I didn't recognize those names.
And we're going to talk about this later. This has been co-opted by so many vastly different communities of people,
Oh,
some good, some bad,
okay.
mostly bad. Um, that I think that it would have trended a little higher rating wise.
Okay. All right. I thought it was an excellent movie. I really enjoyed it.
Good. The budget I read both $3 and $4 million, so somewhere between the two, I
I
guess.
didn't write that down, but I had seen that it was not really a huge number.
No. And the worldwide gross was about $13.4 million.
Yeah, I did see that. And I didn't think that was a very big number either.
No.
But again, it didn't, 7 out of 10. Weird.
Yeah. The basic plot is that an unnamed drifter discovers that through special sunglasses, the ruling class are aliens concealing their appearance and manipulating people to consume, breed, and conform in subliminal messages in mass media.
Yeah. Well, they've been talking about subliminal messages in the world for a long time.
Since TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, all the years I've worked in retail, there's always somebody says, "Oh, there's subliminal messages on the speakers overhead." I'm thinking, "What?"
Well, of course there is. It's all those droning voices like I said when we were at Walmart near Thanksgiving and there were the messages that it came on about how great Walmart was for letting their employees have Thanksgiving off.
No. Oh, okay. Yes. Yeah. Let's pat ourselves on the back.
Yeah. So yeah, of course.
Right.
And Justin and I are walking through Walmart like, listen to this horse shit. It's like, wow, mighty white of you to give somebody a holiday off after you destroyed a billion holidays.
Right. For how many years?
Yeah, real
Right.
nice of you. Thanks a lot.
No, that's only propaganda. That's not subliminal messages.
But I think hearing it like 15 times in a half-hour shopping trip, I think
Mhm.
that really is to work that earworm into your
But
head.
but that's straight up propaganda. The more you hear how good I am, the more you'll think I'm good. I'm thinking, what we always said was they had, somebody saying, "Don't steal, don't damage stuff." That's what I think subliminal message is,
Mm,
not
yeah.
patting yourself on the back.
I don't know. I think it's a lot of everything.
It could be, absolutely. Absolutely.
We already talked a little bit about the stars, but it was a Roddy Piper,
Mhm.
Keith David, Meg Foster with those eyes,
Ooh, wow.
George Buck Flower, Peter Jason, Raymond St. Jacques, Jason Robards the third.
Mhm. So
Cy Richardson and Lucille Meredith.
Yeah, that was his son, father and son. I think I read that.
Oh, okay.
Wait, let me look and see what I said. Yes, yes.
Okay.
Jason Robards is Jason Robards the third's father.
Wouldn't wouldn't that mean that Jason Robards is Jason Robards the second?
I, or Junior?
Yeah, one of the two.
Yes, I am not exact. I didn't write that down, but I would think yes. He was married to Lauren Bacall and from 61 to 68.
Really?
Yeah, can you imagine Lauren Bacall?
Okay.
Wow. Okay, sorry.
Um, this was based on a 1963 short story called 8 o'clock in the morning
Mhm,
by a man named Ray Nelson.
mhm.
And it was the screenplay was written by somebody named Frank Armitage. Did you see
I
that?
did.
And do you know who Frank Armitage is?
We could talk about that. That's our friend John Carpenter.
That's John Carpenter.
It said that he used that, um, what is it, nom de plume? What's that word?
Nom de plume, I think, is what
Nom
it
de
is.
plume, yeah.
But I wrote down pseudonym.
Yeah, his pseudonym. Yeah, he wrote that up because I don't really didn't really understand why I thought maybe he wrote stuff that he wasn't in the mainstream John Carpenter stuff.
I feel like I read somewhere that it was like in order to like get it pushed through because people weren't looking for writer, director, blah blah blah. They
Mhm.
weren't looking for multi hyphenates. So he was just like, well, I'll just write this and put it in under somebody else's name and it'll go through real easy because nobody knows that that's me.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. Yeah. But don't we all kind of have a lot of AKAs? I mean, I got when you do fill out the form to get your FBI background screen, you got to put all these names down. I could put all these names down that I have had. It's difficult, not using my real name all the time. First off, people don't know I have two names, most people. And then you got to write all those names down. Who wants to write that? How many names does he have? Okay, never
How
mind.
many names do you have?
Well, Laurel East, Lori East, Laurel Harris, Lori Harris.
Oh, for Christ's sakes, really?
Gosh, you gotta write when you've never had an
I
FBI
never.
background screen.
Oh, why would I need to?
Well, I do. I just assume everybody I know has them.
Oh, okay.
So you gotta write all that stuff down. Sorry.
Sure.
Because people know me as all these different names.
Okay.
Even Mrs. William Harris.
Oh, Jesus.
People know me as Mrs. Harris. They don't know I have a name other than Mrs.
Oh,
So you gotta write all that crap down or you could get marked down on your score. I don't know. I don't know how they do that.
okay.
So yeah, sorry.
Weird.
I just gave the world my information.
I can cut that out.
No, they don't need to. I don't care.
Okay. Okay.
All right, back to this.
All right.
Yeah, that's weird. I think it's amazing that they do that, and he is certainly not the only
Oh,
director that does that. We have
no.
we have talked about that and others. Not not one comes to my mind right this minute.
Nothing is in my mind right now.
Just our breakfast
Oh, I was just going to say we should talk about breakfast before
before we
we.
forget.
Well, in honor of consuming, we went out and got ourselves bagels from Barry's Bagel
Delicious.
and coffee from Tim Hortons, and it was delicious.
It was very delicious. We were there first thing this morning. Bagels were nice and fresh.
Yeah.
It was delicious.
The lady at Tim Hortons was overly enthusiastic about being at Tim Hortons.
Yes, she was, and I liked it.
It was a little extra, but it was fine.
Yes. Yes.
Mom got a really sloppy coffee.
Oh, really? It's all over my coat and my car.
Yeah,
I can't believe I didn't spill it.
yeah,
It's that messy.
it's messy.
It's coffee and it's messy. But that's okay. That's okay. Alexis got a sleeve.
Yeah, I gotta sleep because well, I didn't get coffee, I got hot chocolate. And their hot chocolate, I don't know why, is hotter than the sun.
Did they heat the chocolate up
And
extra
even
hot?
and even holding it on the sleeve, it is really, really fucking hot. So while I was trying to help you get out of the car, like my hand was literally on fire.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Sorry. I don't drink hot much, so I've never had a cup with a sleeve.
I just don't know why it's so hot.
I don't I can't even imagine. I mean, it's made out of the same stuff the coffee's made out of, some kind of powder and water.
Yeah. I don't know, but it's
Holy cow.
liquid lava.
But it really smelled good.
Oh, it was delicious.
It really, really smelled good. And I'll tell you what, even though my coffee was messy, it tasted just like what I wanted.
The foam I had on my hand tasted really good.
It's like marshmallow foam.
Yeah.
I don't know how they make that cold foam that goes on top, but even though I don't like marshmallow, tastes like marshmallow to me.
Hmm.
And yeah, I like it. I like it.
And we started our day out doing our TikTok first. We have been doing our TikTok after we watched the movie, only because the world doesn't open until 7 a.m. and we were both alive well before that.
Yes, we were. Crazy. Saturday morning, why would we be up that early?
Yeah. I had been doing laundry since, about 3:15, like I
Oh my
said.
god, nope, I was sleeping. But I got up at a quarter to 6, so that's pretty late for me.
Yeah.
I'm usually up 4:30, 5 o'clock at the very latest.
Yeah, nope, I was up. I was wide awake. Texting Justin,
Ugh,
talking to Butterscotch outside,
the neighborhood strays.
doing laundry.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. Yeah, and I was coming over, forgot everything why I was coming here, left my homework at home. I got my garbage can out of the garage. I've been picking up stuff. So I have a pretty full garbage can. I'm gonna have to take it out tomorrow. And even though Monday is President's Day, we are still having garbage pickup here in Toledo.
Oh, really?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
So don't not take your garbage can out.
Okay. We're probably not going to get mail though.
No, the post office is closed,
Yeah. Okay.
but Republic is working.
Okay.
So I've been filling up my garbage can with junk from my house. Been trying to move around. Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. But yes, our berry bagel was
It
delicious.
was delicious. It's just a bagel with a microwaved egg and a piece of microwaved sausage. It's delicious.
Yes, it was, but the bagel was especially good today, I think.
Yeah, I don't get it toasted either. I think there's a difference in the way they taste when they're toasted.
I absolutely agree with that. I've always ever had my bagel sandwiches toasted. Never again. Oh my gosh, what a difference. I'm serious. It was a huge
Yeah,
difference.
I think it is.
I love to eat. I love to have the different, the food that should be this or that. But man, without it being toasted, it was just unbelievably good.
Yeah, that's the way I like it.
Although it could be just really hungry. Was ready for some
'Cause yeah,
breakfast.
we went through like 4 different diners before we figured out that nobody was open.
I was shocked nothing was open at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
I just, I don't know. If I had a diner, I'd be open at 6 o'clock and I'd probably be open at 5. I think there's a lot of people, especially old people who go to diners.
yeah,
I think they'd come in at 5 o'clock.
maybe.
But how hard would it be to get workers to come in at 4 o'clock to start cooking?
Ugh. Now that's the hard part.
Yeah. You'd have to have all old people working inside too.
I don't know. I love that 4 to noon shift.
Yeah. The more you talk about it, the more I like it because I'm always up, and a lot of times I don't I have my nap around 3, but then I get up and go to bed around 8. So 4 o'clock is fine with me. But of course we are crazy. Thank you
Yeah.
for noticing. So, yeah.
What do you got? I got a little bit of trivia.
Well, let's see. I talked about Jason Robards. That's like I said,
Yeah.
that's the only name other than Keith David. Um, he is he has had a huge career. Have we talked about him at all?
No.
He's had over 300 roles in movie and TV.
Who, Jason Robards or
No,
Keith David?
Keith David.
Oh, okay.
He's Juilliard trained.
Really?
Um, he started with in the 80s with he toured with John Houseman.
Okay.
The John Houseman's The Acting Company, and I remember that. I recognized that when he said that. Um, we saw him in The Thing.
Yeah. You
Um,
saw him in Men at Work.
mhm. Uh, I mean, and he's been in tons of stuff.
Yeah. You're watching Community, you'll find that he's in the last season of Community
Oh my gosh.
as a man named Elroy Patashnik.
Elroy?
Yeah.
Okay. He's done documentaries, he's done voice work. I mean,
Yeah.
he is everywhere.
That voice, how can you not do
Oh,
voice work?
right. Right. You are correct in that. But, I was surprised at how much stuff he was in. And Juilliard trained, my goodness.
Yeah, they
I,
don't take
I
just anybody.
and he would have been in Juilliard in the 70s, early 80s.
Mhm.
That was a well-respected gig back then.
Yeah.
That was high. Not everybody got in there.
No, not everybody does.
So I was very impressed. But I like him. I mean, he's our good friend. Yeah.
Yeah. Friend
Yeah.
of the pod.
Right. Right. And this Ray Nelson guy, that wrote the 8 o'clock in the morning,
Okay.
he claims to have invented the propeller beanie. The little beanie caps with the propeller on
Oh,
top.
boy,
He,
okay.
for some reason, he is credited with having invented those.
Sure.
So I thought that's pretty cool.
I mean, no, it's not, but okay.
Somebody thinks it is. Who hasn't worn a propeller beanie?
You're
If you,
right.
you know, he's an author, a cartoonist. This 8 o'clock in the morning was first published in the Magazine of Fantasy and Science Fiction, and the art was done by Bill Ray.
Okay.
And for some reason, I was going to look up Bill Ray because that is an awfully familiar name. Is he a comic book cartoonist? Does
Not
that
ringing any bells.
okay? I was going to look him up and I never did. I don't think so. Um, and it is in a comic book anthology now with alien encounters and stuff. But I thought that's kind of interesting. I mean, how interesting is that it would go from you know something beginning like that to a pretty good movie like this, a John Carpenter movie. I'm impressed.
Well, stranger things have happened.
That's well, yeah. Oh, and here I have the pseudonym. Carpenter used the pseudonym Frank Armitage when uh, he said he wasn't, and and that's just a side note, but he was not happy with Reaganomics and the politics of the time, and that's how this movie grew out of that.
Right. Well, and we're finding now that Reaganomics and trickle down economics really, really fucked the working class
Right.
in now times,
Well,
in, going through the ages.
right,
And it was all bad. The only people that liked it are the rich people. The only people
correct,
that still like it are the rich ruling classes.
correct.
And this movie, I feel like this movie still today, it says so much
Yes,
about the world that we live in.
yes, and the ruling class.
Yes.
And like that man said when he saw them come in that ballroom, "You're one of us now." One of us now? What does
Yeah.
that mean?
It's never good to be one of us.
No, well, I don't know. I'd like to be one of us for a while.
Well, no, but in the movie, it's when people are saying one of us, it's
Right,
never a good thing.
right, right. And Reaganomics is kind of what started that homeless thing. He Reagan shut down all the um, social service type stuff that we had before, mental hospitals and s- help like that.
Right.
And you can't just shut that type of thing down.
No, and I was looking while we were watching the movie that it's called Unhoused. No, it's not homeless anymore.
Right, right,
Um, which I mean, I don't know why we need to fancy it up. I don't know why we need to. I feel like this is shameful stuff that we need to address, and it
yes,
needs to be called what it's called.
right. I agree with you.
We can't. This isn't stuff that we need to make friendly for Gentile ears.
Right,
This is real shit.
right,
And there are between 580,000 and 650,000 unhoused people at any given day of
right,
any given year,
right.
and that's too fucking many
Exactly, exactly. We're the richest country in the world. Why can't everybody have a place to live?
because of the systemic failures
Right,
that have allowed stuff like this to happen. And we
right.
can't talk about those systemic failures
No.
because we have, we're so great,
Yes, we are.
and it's awful. It's
Yes,
awful.
yes. And the same thing with food. We throw away more food than we could possibly that the world could possibly eat. And there are people that don't have enough food. We're so lucky that we were able to drive to the next city over and get a bagel
Yeah.
because it was delicious and we wanted one. Many, 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 many people don't have that opportunity.
No.
They don't even have an opportunity to walk to their kitchen to get something to eat because there's nothing there. And same thing. Why are people hungry?
Right.
I don't get it.
Right. At school lunch debt. Why is that a thing?
Right,
What?
right.
We have to have these children. We have to protect these children, but we don't have to feed them?
No,
What?
no, right,
It's shocking.
right. And then they have to be bullied when they're standing there in line waiting to get something to eat, and they can't because their their lunch tab is too high. What do you mean? Give them food.
Yeah.
So, you're in line to pay for the "Oh, I'm gonna pay for the guy behind me at the
Oh, I
the
hate those people.
the pull-up line." You know what? Go into your school and give that 20 to the lunch people. Take this off of somebody's bill.
Yeah.
Do that. Don't don't
Yeah. No,
don't pay for the guy in the back that ordered a $5 coffee that can afford it.
I'm at Starbucks because I can afford it.
Right, exactly. Take that 5, 10, 15, $20 that you're gonna pay, take that over to the school in your neighborhood and pay off somebody's lunch tab.
I'm a terrible person. I always end the pay it forward line
I do too.
because fuck you.
Right. I I you
I
know,
came to pay for my own food, and if you wanna pay for my food, that's fine, but I'm not paying for anybody else's food but mine.
right, because if you're in that line, you can afford it.
Right.
That's not a thing.
Yeah, you've already decided that you're going to spend that money there.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Right. So take that 5, 10, $20 to a school nearby you and pay off somebody's lunch debt.
Yeah. The fact that
That'd
we
be
have lunch debt is egregious.
right. Why should a kindergartner have a lunch debt?
Yeah.
Come on. That kindergartner don't know anything. Anyway,
Yeah.
let's stop. Let's stop.
Yeah.
We can do this. Wow, we've already gotten off a tangent. We've only been doing this for 5 minutes.
It's about 25
Sorry.
minutes, but it's okay.
Yeah, we have strong feelings and we're both of us are sitting here. We're both very, very fortunate.
Yeah.
We weren't always that way.
No, no. It hasn't always been comfortable,
No,
but we're
no.
we're comfortable,
Yep,
and that's a great place to be.
it certainly is.
Um,
Certainly is. And we can watch great movies on your wall-sized television.
yeah.
Who would have ever thought we could have a television as big as a wall?
Right.
I I never thought of that, but
No.
we're lucky and we enjoy what we do and, you know, be nice to people.
Yeah. And don't buy my fucking food at McDonald's. Just
Nope.
leave me alone.
Yep. Okay. Let's go back to the movie.
Okay.
I got some more information.
Okay, what you got?
Carpenter originally wrote this movie with Kurt Russell in mind,
Yes, I saw that.
and I can absolutely see Kurt Russell doing this,
Oh, yeah.
doing it. But I think Rowdy Roddy Piper could be Kurt Russell's stand-in.
Oh, yeah.
I having lived through that time, I don't remember him being quite so pretty.
Yeah, he's a good-looking
He
man.
certainly is. My goodness. But I wasn't a real big wrestling fan back then.
Nobody who was?
Well, I
Or
think a lot of
girls.
people were, but not me. So I only remember him from TV and stuff, and I
Right.
recognized the name right away. I had a picture in my head right away. Um, so I thought he was a perfectly good uh picture of that. But Carpenter, and as the movie went on, as the writing went on and everything, and they were getting ready to film and stuff, Carpenter didn't want to do another one with Kurt Russell. He had just done the thing with him, and he thought, oh, he didn't want to do that. So here are some of the other people that were thought of for that part of John Nada in this movie.
Okay.
Tom Cruise, Harrison Ford.
Oh, okay.
Can you see either one of them?
No.
And our good friend, Bruce Campbell.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But in the end, uh, Roddy Piper was picked. And I asked you if you noticed that he had on a wedding ring.
Yes.
They wanted him to take the wedding ring off for the movie. He said, absolutely not. I'm married and I'm not taking it off. I thought, good for you, buddy.
Yeah.
Good for you. That says a lot about, him, that he respected the institution enough to wear the ring.
A lot of people in Hollywood have done that. I remember when on Growing Pains when Mike Seaver, like when he was still playing a teenage boy, he was a grown man and he had gotten married, and he was like real adamant about his wedding ring. They taped over it with flesh tone tape
Huh.
because he refused to take it off. And I don't know why I remember that story because I could give two shits about Kurt Cameron, but
It's right. That's okay. That's okay. But I thought that was an interesting part of the story of the movie.
yeah, and you see it a lot. And, men don't have to be married to wear a ring on that
Absolutely.
finger,
Or any finger. What's the difference?
right?
But I thought it was kind of interesting when he first met up with
Meg Foster, Keith David.
Keith David. Okay. I thought it was interesting when he met up with Keith David at the job site.
Mm-hmm.
And then Keith David was talking about coming from Detroit.
And his wife and kids.
Yeah. And I thought They don't make steel in Detroit. They make cars in Detroit. They make steel in Ohio, in Cleveland. I thought they got it a little bit mixed up,
Yeah, but I don't know, I think racially at that time, where do black people come from? Oh, they come from Detroit.
but they make cars in Detroit.
Well, you're not supposed to know that.
Oh, oh. See, I keep doing that,
Yeah.
don't I? I
I
keep
feel
using my tiny little brain.
I feel like
But I'm thinking these are people who have never been in this part of the country are writing these things.
absolutely. People and people that are like trying to keep things a little racially ambiguous that don't know anything about anything and they're just like, oh, Detroit, black people.
Oh, okay. I didn't get that from this, but I thought I didn't necessarily think of him as a black person from Detroit. I just thought of him as a worker from Detroit.
Well, I guess that's the difference between like you and the average viewer. Like,
Oh,
you're not going to sit there and mallow over the fact that Keith David is, in fact, an African American gentleman.
okay.
A lot of people will.
Oh, okay. And I know that. You know what? But I don't think that way. I just thought, oh, Detroit, they make cars there. The factories there are cars.
Yeah.
They make steel in Ohio. That's all I was saying.
That's just because we live in the Midwest and we know what goes on between here and Detroit because Detroit is a heartbeat away.
Exactly. How many times have we been in Detroit?
Yeah.
A million.
Hmm.
And when you drive through Detroit, you see the car factories.
Yeah, no steel foundries.
No, they may make steel in Detroit, maybe. I don't know. But that's not what. No, no.
But like cars aren't made of steel anymore. So
Correct.
why would
Correct.
you see anything now anyways?
Right. Right. Carpenter was very dissatisfied with everything Reaganism, everything political. He was just very unhappy with that.
Hmm.
He felt that the sale of everything was, part of the problem. What did I read? What? Oh, right. And he felt like the sunglasses, when they put the sunglasses on, that would be the perfect tool to show how we have covered our eyes for so long and we can only see real through the sunglasses.
Oh, well, that's interesting.
I just, when I kind of wrote that down ish, so, and I don't even remember where I read that, but I thought, yeah, we've been, we're sheep.
Yeah,
We
we've
follow.
been living the herd mentality forever.
Right, right.
Now, I read that on an episode of Monster Vision, and the only reason that Monster Vision even like was interesting to me is because Shudder has The Last Drive-In with Joe Bob Briggs, and Joe Bob Briggs was the host of Monster Vision in the 90s, and I remember watching that. And so I remember Joe Bob Briggs in Monster Vision. But on a 1997 episode of Monster Vision, Roddy Piper mentioned that John Carpenter had really wanted him to discuss the film's political subtext while doing promo for the film.
Oh,
And he, being not a US citizen, was really kind of leery.
I didn't read that. He's not an American?
No, he's Canadian. You didn't hear him say sorry?
I did read that. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
He was here on a green card and he was just like, I can't really talk about American politics because they're allowing me to be here.
you can still have your own politics. And I guess because, Canada and America are, brother and sister.
Right.
Most people think that way. They don't really see Canadians and Americans as all that different.
Well, I see them as a world different.
Oh, being an American?
Just
Oh, yeah.
being an American in Canada is wild.
Yes.
Every Canadian I've ever met has been so nice.
right?
Super nice. I've never met any
N
garbage
Me
Canadians.
either. Me either.
I've met a billion garbage Americans.
Yes, and we've been to big cities in Canada.
Yeah,
Toronto is a huge city, and
yeah.
everybody is always so pleasant.
I got a free cab ride in Toronto all around the city because the guy didn't know where the hell he was going. And he finally just took us back to the hotel. And he's just like, I'm not going to make you pay for this because I have I didn't know where to take you. And I don't. We drove past the Blue Jay Stadium.
Oh my
We were
god.
where we needed to go was, like couple 4 blocks away from the hotel, just, around the bend. And we were all over goddamn creation. Didn't have to pay for the cab ride. It was nice.
Okay,
Like,
nice.
that guy was really nice. And he was very apologetic about having no idea where we were trying to go.
How fun. I love getting in the car and not knowing where I'm going. I do that all the damn time, but I don't make people pay for that.
After a while, he's just like, "Do you know where it is?" And I'm like, "No, dude, that's why I'm in the car with you."
I hope it wasn't anything important.
No, we just want to go to the Hard Rock for dinner, but
Did you find a different
we
restaurant?
ended up eating somewhere near the hotel. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Oh my goodness. How funny. But yeah, I mean, yeah, if you've been to Canada from America, it's a whole different world there.
And the only time that I even got any kind of guff was the bartender at the hotel because we had a really nice hotel room, so we also had access to like this like bougie lounge
Whoop.
on like a floor way above us.
Yeah.
And so we went there to see what it was about, and I ordered a Jim Beam sour, and the guy's like, "Oh, you're American." And I said, "Okay."
Sorry?
And he's just like, "Well, if you were Canadian, you would get Canadian Club." I was just like, "But I don't like Canadian Club."
They taste way different.
Yeah,
Now, I love me a good CC and something, but not everybody does.
yeah,
That's that's why they have 7 sevens. That's why they have 1,000 different
yeah.
whiskeys, ryes, whatever you want to call it.
Bourbons.
Bourbon, yeah.
Yeah.
So they have 1,000. They all taste different.
I went to an open bar recently where I asked for a whiskey sour and they put bitters in it,
Ooh.
and it was the best goddamn drink I've ever had in my life.
Oh my. I bet you that would taste really good.
It was awesome. Didn't taste
Okay.
like a whiskey sour. It was amazing. She put a cherry in it too. I don't know what the hell she gave me. It sure as shit wasn't a whiskey sour,
No, couldn't
but
have been.
delicious.
I have a bottle of bitters at home. You want to
No.
take it and try to make something out of it?
Uh-uh.
What do you put bitters in? I'm trying to think. Put bitters in an old fashioned?
I think so.
That's probably why I have it, is to put it in an old fashioned.
Or like, what is that, a sidecar?
Yes.
I don't
Oh
know.
my goodness.
Yeah, she put bitters in it, and I was just like, "What is happening here?" But then I drank it, and I was like, "This is wonderful.
Oh my God. I'm
I
glad
want 4 more of these."
Yes, that's the problem with a good drink, isn't it?
Yeah.
Gotta have more. Gotta have more. But I gotta stop drinking whiskey, elk liquors made out of grain.
Ugh.
So stick with my gin. Vodka is not made with grain, is it?
I thought it was made out of potatoes.
That's not a grain.
That's a
That's a
starch.
really big grain. Well, it's not a grain,
Yeah,
but
no.
I'm not a vodka. I've never, ever been a vodka drinker.
I used to drink vodka Hawaiian punch, vodka Hawaiian punch.
Blue inches of each?
No,
Yeah.
yeah, like,
Yeah.
like an inch of vodka and like 6 inches of Hawaiian punch
Yeah.
until I had somebody make it for me and they put about 6 inches of vodka, just a
A
splash
splash
of
of
Hawaiian punch for color. Oh,
I drink. I love me a Hawaiian punch and something. Yeah. And, I came from a time when, I drank out of a garbage can. I mean, if you haven't lived until you drink out of a garbage can.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody brings a bottle of something and pours it into the garbage
What
can.
do they call it?
I don't remember because I probably drank too much. But oh my goodness, that's where I developed my love of Hawaiian punch because that's what goes into the garbage can
Yeah, you gotta put
to
that in
make
there to
everything better.
to cut cut that liquor a little bit.
Yeah, because we never had that kind of stuff as kids. I don't ever remember even having Kool-Aid. We drank water, we drank milk. I don't ever even remember drinking anything other than that. I know I have had Kool-Aid at other people's house, but not at ours. Um, but that's where I developed my love of Hawaiian punch. Oh my, I've got a bottle. I tried to give you that bottle. You
No, why
wouldn't
can't
take it.
no, because I'm gonna drink the whole thing,
Well,
and then I'm gonna be sorry.
I'm slowly moving through. I think the can of Hawaiian punch, and I don't even know if they make it in a can anymore.
Oh god, I don't know.
The can of Hawaiian punch tastes so much better than that bottle that I have in my fridge. I I don't know. They made I'm sure it's different from when they put it in a can, but I probably won't ever buy a big gallon jug of Hawaiian punch again because
I think they make them in 2-liter bottles too.
oh, okay. It was good enough. It was good and it's Hawaiian punch, but it's not like it used to be.
No,
No, I don't think so. Maybe I've grown up a little. I don't know.
maybe it's all just high fructose corn syrup anymore.
Well, yes, that's all it is. Fructose and high fructose corn syrup.
Yeah.
Is that two different things? No, not really.
According to the label, it is.
Yes, I know, but sugar on sugar with sugar in it? No. Love it. But that's the way I look like I look. Because, I drink stuff. I think of all the stuff I drank that I shouldn't drink. All that Coke,
Oh yeah.
all of that soda all my life. We lived by the Coca-Cola bottling factory when I was a little kid, and once in a while, Dad would go over and get a breaker of Fanta Pop when it was in a bottle,
Yeah.
and oh my goodness, we always had Fanta Pop. That was delicious.
That's I had a doctor looking at me and he was just like, "What happened to your teeth?" And I said, "I have soft enamel and in the 80s and 90s spent drinking Coca-Cola. What the fuck do you think happened to them?"
Yes, yes. We acid and sugar, and we don't have any teeth left. Sorry, baby. I'm so sorry.
That's all right. I'm blaming Dad for this.
Okay. I'm okay with that. But
But
yeah,
yeah,
we did.
what happened to you? Look at this body and tell me that it's from using meth. Okay? Look at this body. Give me a break.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I've spent my life eating and drinking the wrong thing, so, you know, hopefully you won't pay for it
I will, but
like me.
I'm already there.
Sorry. Sorry. Okay, back to the movie.
Okay, what else? What else do you got?
Um, well, I got stuff about Reaganism, and neoliberalism and stuff like that. I mean, is
Oh,
that even what we want to talk about?
it's really
You
heavy.
know, and all of that stuff all of that thinking that Reagan was thinking and all that idea of um stuff that should be happening came about in the 30s. It wasn't even new when Reagan thought about it. It was all, it came from the 30s and it came before, even before the wars and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
there's a lot of, let's go talk about fun stuff
Okay.
like you've got trivia, I'm sure.
I do. John Carpenter was really big on hiring local unhoused to shoot several scenes and be smaller characters in the movie. So most of those unhoused people were unhoused people,
Oh my gosh.
and he wanted to make sure that they were fed and had some paychecks.
I'll be darned.
Yeah, he was real staunch about that.
Okay. Okay.
Uh, since he kind of ruled out working with Kurt Russell, he was looking for somebody truly rugged to play
Oh,
the role of Nada, and he cast Roddy Piper after seeing him in WrestleMania 3
yes.
in 1987. 1987 WrestleMania 3.
Oh my gosh.
Um, aliens superficially resemble walking, rotting corpses, and Carpenter didn't want the aliens to look like high-tech creatures.
Oh,
Like in other sci-fi movies, they're like robots and shit.
yes. Yes.
And he thought that since these beings were corrupting humanity, they themselves should resemble corruption of human beings.
Oh, cool.
So,
That's why they look so awful.
yeah.
Like their teeth were, you know,
And their eyes were all weird.
yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. I like that.
The role of Frank was specifically written for Keith David based on his performance in The Thing.
Interesting. Why didn't he want to work with Kurt Russell then?
Well, I feel like Kurt Russell, he had done movies with Kurt Russell that weren't big movies. Like they were supposed to be big movies and they never ended up being big movies. I think The Thing was the best collaboration that they did together.
Okay. Okay.
So, he had done Escape from New York, which is a cult movie, which, not many people have seen.
All right.
People that like these kind of movies have seen Escape from New York. But, like, it's not a movie that you see every day.
Uh-huh. I've never seen it.
And Big Trouble in Little China
Oh, I like
flopped. It flopped really hard.
Oh, I did like that movie
It
then.
was great. It's a great movie.
But you know what? Most of the movies you tell me flopped, I think I liked them.
Yeah,
I've liked almost everything weird that we've watched. So, what's the deal with that?
I don't know. So I think maybe he was just kind of looking to move away from
Oh,
box office poison.
okay.
Because for whatever reason, he and Kurt Russell make great movies. They don't do well.
Right. 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 But I mean, Roddy Piper could be his, twin brother.
Right.
Oh,
Did you see the little handheld radios? What is he
but
doing? Is he killing you?
he's trying to get to the catnip.
Oh,
It's in the bag right there.
Ishmo,
He knows he can't get to it.
being a butthole.
He can smell it, but he can't get to it. I have catnip in my work bag, and he's my best friend now. I think I'm gonna have to move that bag.
Yeah, here, give it to me.
Hold on. His tail. His tail. Give- He's going. What the hell just happened? What's going? What did you do to me? Thought you were my friend. I am, baby. He's still alive. Oh, he's so sweet.
He's so smart, but so dumb at the same
I
time.
know.
He's so cute though.
He is. I love him so much.
Um, Roddy Piper split with the WWF over starring in this movie because Vince McMahon was trying to control the whole thing, and
Mm-hmm.
he was just like, "No."
Right. I did read that. I did read that.
Oh, I was talking about the handheld communicators.
Yes.
When they're in the alien headquarters, the news station headquarters,
Yes.
and the army guys are on the stairs, the little
Yes.
handheld communicators they
Mm-hmm.
were using were also the PKE meters used in Ghostbusters.
Yes, they were. Yes, they were. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yes, they were.
And Ghostbusters has also moved into the realm of cult classics, so
Oh.
At some point, we'll be watching that.
Okay. Goodness.
Um, Roddy Piper ad-libbed the line, "I've come here to chew bubble gum and kick ass,
I
and
loved
I'm
it.
all out of bubble gum." He he kept when in his time in the WWF, he kept a notebook of like catchphrases, like stuff that he was working through to see if it could become his real catchphrase.
Yes.
And that was something that was written in his book. And he handed his book to John Carpenter, and John Carpenter is just like, "This is gold. You have to use it."
My goodness. I loved it. I mean, it just came out of the blue.
Yeah.
When he said that, it was like, it was perfect. Just perfect for when he was saying it. And it was like the angel sang.
Yeah. This film opened #1 at the box office. I
Yes.
didn't write down what it came out around, so I don't know what it beats.
I I read that it was number 1. I did not
That
look.
would have been something to look up.
You want me to look it up?
No.
Okay, good. Wrong hand.
Mom has injured a hand and it is currently occupied by Ash.
Yes, but it's okay. Oh, he just sneezed on.
Oh,
He
gross.
just sneezed on me.
Gross.
He'll rub it off.
The long fight scene, I told you that fight scene was like
My
6 minutes long.
God.
They just keep fighting with each other. For the most part, was real fist fighting.
God.
The only thing that was like choreographed were the face and groin shots.
Oh, there were a lot of those.
Yeah.
There were a lot of
When
direct
Keith David is
hits.
like laying on top of him, just like kneeing
Kicking
him
him.
in the balls. Oh my God.
Whew, that was up close and personally painful.
Hurt me.
Yes, exactly.
Now, I told you in the beginning that this has been co-opted by many different communities, mostly bad communities.
Yes.
Carpenter has had to come out and be like, "Guys, they live is about yuppies and unrestrained capitalism. It has nothing to do with the Jewish control of the world,
Oh my goodness.
which is slander and a lie because several neo-Nazi and white supremacist groups have taken on this message like, yeah, they're, the Jews.
Yes.
Yeah, they're trying to kill us all. Jews. And it's just like, oh my fucking God, are you serious right now? These people can't let anybody have anything.
No, and it's all about the American political system. It's not
Yeah,
about any of the other stuff.
no. Is he clawing you? Ash,
It's okay. I'm rubbing his belly. He feels very good.
those claws are sharp as shit, though.
I know. He's such a wonderful kitty. Oh, what happened, baby?
I don't know what just happened. I can't see.
He tripped over the
Who's did he
the
trip over?
scratcher.
Okay.
Scared himself.
The cats are being wild today. Everybody's wild. Holy shit.
Yes, we are. We're just all of us are just wandering around.
Yeah, but even, we're seeing now with the MAGA people and white supremacists are coming out of the woodwork and
Yes.
it it's just what? Go back to your caves.
Yeah, this whole the I can't even imagine what's going to come of the next presidential election. What's going to happen?
I don't know. But anyways, John Carpenter said that the whole thing about Jewish control is a slander and a lie.
Yeah,
Because no, it's not about Jewish control. It's about goddamn Reaganism. It's about trickle down economics. It's about how the rich are raping the poor.
right, right.
And to say it's about anything else is just stupid. What are you looking for?
I'm looking for movies.
Oh, okay. I looked up um national resources for homelessness, and it says HUD is the main federal agency that works to address homelessness. What are
That
they
is
doing? They're not
correct.
doing anything. And then it said also FEMA, and I said, holy shit, nothing's going to get
Right,
done.
right. And we're dealing with HUD right now here in Toledo with those apartment buildings.
Yeah.
Those people are living substandard
In
in
squalor.
in Toledo, Ohio.
Yeah.
What's HUD doing?
Nothing.
Why has it come to that HUD says that's okay for those people to live like that?
I don't
I don't get it.
I don't either.
And we all know FEMA's you know,
A broken system.
yeah,
We saw that during Hurricane Katrina. Yeah.
yeah.
So there's really nothing nationally that looks like is a viable option. Locally, there are several charities that run shelters. Um, there's a phone number, an Ohio phone number to call,
Oh, nice.
and you can call 211.
Yes, 211 here in
And
all of Lucas County, I know for certain. 211 will get you assistance
yeah,
for any need that you can have. If they can't help you, they will direct you who to contact
yeah, okay. So, but the unhoused problem is everywhere.
everywhere.
It's they only talk about it in the really big cities, and I know that Los Angeles right now is almost crippled by it. But
I can imagine simply because of their weather.
yeah,
I mean, I can't imagine homeless problem we have here in Toledo with our weather up and down like it is. Some nights went out to snow this morning. How would about all those people who don't have a home? Where'd they sleep last night?
right,
You know,
right,
so somewhere like Los Angeles that has better weather,
a little more temperate.
yes, than we do. I would think any place in Southern America that has better weather than, like Ohio, that what the homeless situation is all there.
Right. And then it doesn't help with with politicians that think they're real fucking funny sending
Yeah,
people that have migrated here, maybe by less than legal means, maybe by illegal means, and they're shipping them to blue states. They're like,
right.
"Oh, we're pretty funny.
Yeah,
Look at us." No, you're fucking awful.
right,
Those are human beings.
right,
What is wrong with you? How do you sleep at night?
right. They're abusing those people.
That that's
They're getting
you
away
should
with
get charged
abuse.
with human trafficking.
Right.
Like, how do you not see the difference between what you're doing and what people do on the black market?
Well,
Like, how is there a difference?
they all signed a piece of paper that says they're willing to go. Yeah, you told them
Most
that
of them don't speak
right, you
English.
told them that they're gonna find a job and good housing there. No, it's not what's happening.
Yes, trickery is not good faith.
No. No.
So, the unhoused problem just keeps getting worse
Right.
because of assholes like Greg Abbott and
Yes.
Ron DeSantis
Right.
that think they're real fucking funny.
Right. I don't
And
and
I
I don't foresee it getting any better.
and I didn't want to get political, but this is a political issue. This
It
is a
is.
political movie. This is supposed to make you feel a type of way, and I feel that type of way.
Right. I didn't need this movie to feel this way.
No, absolutely not. This is what we live with every
Right.
day as lower middle class people.
Right.
And as comfortable as we have said that we are still considered
Right.
lower middle class people.
Right. Right. It's only by the grace of God we're above the poverty level.
Yes.
And that's because I've worked extra. Extra I've worked. There've been times I worked 3 jobs at a time,
Yeah.
you know, to get where I am. It wasn't easy to get here.
No.
And got all hours you can. Justin works all the hours he can. and we're just making it, and
Yeah.
that's not right.
And Justin just figured out how much money he makes,
Oh, dear.
and
Oh,
that
no.
that is what has spurned his, "Well, I've gotta work extra if we're gonna go out to eat today."
Oh, no.
Because I don't think he understood how much money he made, versus how much money I make,
Yeah,
and and even with his night premium money, he's still not making anywhere near what I make, and I don't think he realized that until I broke it down for him.
and how hard he works for the
Oh
money.
my goodness. And the fact that his company is trying to it is fighting, like, what is it, antitrust laws or
Oh,
whatever,
yeah.
to
It
buy more conglomerations. They've got billion vice presidents that all
mhm.
have yachts and shit, but he's not making a
W
livable wage.
well, part of that is his union. We can talk that a million times, and if you wanna belong to the union, that's fine, but how can your union, um, get you such bad pay?
I don't
I don't understand that.
I don't understand it either, and I don't want to talk too badly about the union, because in a lot of places unions do good things for their people. This union I don't feel is working for their people. I feel like
Absolutely
these
not.
union people are making fucking money.
Yes.
And they're not really, sending sharing the wealth. And
No.
I really think that the union that Justin works for is really not doing as good a job as they could.
Right.
His health benefits are a fraction of mine. That's fine. He's not getting any better care than I am.
Right.
So what's the fucking point?
Right. And I
The whole
feel
point is to be having better care for
right.
less money.
Right.
But if he's getting substandard care for, you know, $50 less a month than I pay, what's the fucking point?
Right. And I don't know anything about his union, but the union that I just came out of,
It's the
I
same
I
union.
wasn't different contracts, a
Of
different
course.
I don't I wasn't in the union, I didn't live through the contract. The the starting wage is $12 an hour.
Yeah.
Did they negotiate to $12 an hour? And it was a fairly new contract.
I don't understand that now. I had Somebody had asked me about cost of living raise, and I said, "What's that?" I said, "That's something only rich people get.
That's something rich people get.
We don't get
Yeah.
that."
No. No. No, my Social Security got a cost of living raise.
Did you?
Yeah, I think I get like $50 a year.
Ooh, don't
God
spend it
damn,
all in one place.
yes. I'm gonna be living high.
Well, shit, maybe next time I'll make you pay for breakfast.
That's I don't know why you didn't. I will. I have not left hardly left my house in a week. So I've got plenty of extra money. I don't we could we're whipping a dead horse, honey.
Oh,
The rich are going to continue to get richer and the poor are going to continue to get poorer.
yeah.
That's just the what we live in
And I
right now.
also have some shit to talk about religion, because the Super
Oh,
Bowl just happened, and
oh,
somebody decided that we needed a $20 million commercial about Jesus.
yes.
And excuse me, what?
You know what? I personally know Jesus, and he's offended that they spent that kind of money on that stupid commercial.
Excuse me, what?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. An unbelievable that some religious organization would think that they could spend that kind of money on I don't understand. I don't understand.
I just and I don't understand, the necessity, like, and all these fucking people, like, we need to bring Jesus into the schools. We need to bring Jesus into politics. And the whole fucking point of the Americas was religious freedom.
Right. Right.
Does has nobody read a history book?
No, absolutely not.
These people wanted a break from the Church of England.
Right. And if you want to send your child to a specific religious school, do that.
Yeah, do that. I don't give a
Absolutely do
shit.
that. But
But don't fucking tell me that I have to have Jesus in my politics, that I have to have
right.
Jesus anywhere in my life because I don't fucking need that.
No. But that has enraged so many people.
What's the sheer amount of fucking money?
Yeah.
Oh my
That
god.
could so well be used to help people.
There are 650,000
What
unhoused people. I just
what
said the
was that?
number.
What was that number you just gave us? Exactly.
$20
Exactly.
million would go a long way to help those people
Yes, it would.
get rid
Yes,
of
it would.
addictions, get the mental health
Yep.
care that they need to get back on their feet to become productive members of society. But we live in a society that doesn't give a fuck if you're a
No.
productive member of society.
No, they don't. No,
And it's
absolutely not.
sick. And this
Yep.
movie is from 1988 and it said the same thing.
Yes. It's having watched it, it's so relative right now. That this movie is so relative right now.
I don't think this movie is in terms of the way everything is going, everything is trending. I don't think this movie is ever not going
No.
to be relevant.
And how frightening that is that from 1988 to now, no change.
No change. It's worse.
Worse. Yes. Yes. Yeah. I don't get it.
I
I
don't either.
don't get it. And there's no change. There is no way in the world that any of this will ever change.
No,
And, you
because
know,
the rich are going to stay rich. The religion is not ever going to be taxed, which it should be if they had
yep,
$20 million to spend on a
correct.
Super Bowl commercial. You
Yes,
know, if Joel Osteen can buy, another yacht this year, he should be paying taxes on his church.
right.
Did you see that shooting in his church?
Yes.
And I was so pissed. I was so pissed because I went to the AP, which is fairly middle ground reporting, and it talked about the shooting for one paragraph, and then the rest of it was a puff piece on how Joel Osteen became a pastor.
Oh my
And I was just like,
God.
"Are you fucking kidding me?"
Oh my God.
Somebody went to his church with a gun with the intention of hurting people,
Yeah.
and we're going to talk about how great Joel Osteen thinks he is? I don't give a shit.
No.
What was wrong with this human being? What was so wrong with this person that they felt they had to do what they did?
And to bring her child with her.
Yes.
Oh, I can't even imagine that poor child. I wonder how that child is. Got shot in the head. Oh my God. What is wrong with people
I don't
these
know. And then
days?
I saw there was the Kansas City Chiefs won the Super Bowl,
Oh my
which I was happy
God.
about because I could give two shits about the 49ers and 49ers fans. It was really a matter of who's your favorite team? I'm going for the other team. Kansas City Chiefs.
And to find out that it was just kids, people, young people fighting
Yeah.
started it.
Yeah.
So you bring a gun to a rally?
Yeah, and this one little blurb that I read that, that parade route was peppered
Oh,
with police.
there
Hundreds of police people were
were snipers on the roof.
in the thick of this, and there were still one dead and how many people wounded?
Uh,
9, 10,
no,
15?
the last I heard it was 14.
Yeah,
But I think most of those people
were
probably
children.
were trampled.
Oof.
I don't I don't I have not heard I haven't watched the news in a few days. But I would think that most of them were children, were injured in the stampede.
Oof, that's even sicker.
Yeah. I
Ugh.
I can't even imagine why what if you're
So So the whole theory about a good guy with a gun is supposed to stop the bad guy with the gun. Where were these good guys with guns?
Well,
If there were 800 police people in and around this crowd,
right,
how did it more than one shot ring off?
right. And as it turned out, ordinary bystanders were the ones that took down the one shooter.
Yeah,
And, two or three men jumped on this guy, and some woman grabbed the gun and pushed it away from him
yeah.
so that he couldn't get to it. I what?
So so tell me again why our teachers are supposed to be armed.
Right, right. I I I don't get it. I just can't even, and like I said, I can't even imagine what's going to happen after the presidential election.
Be-
We're going to take a steep dive, I think, in the next 4 years.
Unfortunately, yeah. Because either way we go,
It's the wrong way.
it's the wrong way.
Right. Right. Just the fact that we are governed by old white men
Oh.
is a serious problem.
And for a 77-year-old man to be like, well, this 81-year-old guy is too fucking old. You
Yeah.
know how old you're going to be at the end of a 4-year
Right.
stretch? That's 81, sir. Do you know how math works?
No, no, apparently not.
So, so I don't understand. I don't. Oh, shut up.
Yep. No, we need to change who are governing us. Get, as an old white woman, I say, all you old white men, step back.
Yes.
It's certainly time to step back.
God, this is where we are because of you
Yep.
assholes.
Yep.
But women are too emotional.
Right.
Okay. Okay.
The amount of change that has happened in the world in the last 40 years, and all of the same men are running this country.
Yes.
We need more women, we need more gay people, we need more people of color. We need younger people to step up and I don't know, give us some direction.
Take us in a new direction.
There
We
we go.
we have been in a downward spiral since the 80s.
Yep.
And it's only getting worse. And we need somebody to pull the nose up.
Yep.
Nobody's going to do that.
No. Nope. Nope, I
Probably not
can't
in
see
mom's
it.
lifetime. Probably not in mine.
Oh, definitely not in my lifetime. I'm not gonna live that much longer. So, I mean, I can't even imagine that anything will change.
No.
You know? So these 80-year-olds are done. The next ones to come up will be new 80-year-olds.
And I don't understand how they're like, well, the younger generation is they're going to bring us out of this. No, the younger generation is following in the footsteps of all these fucking fossils.
Yeah.
That's talk to talk to young Republicans now. They're just as crazy as the old ones,
Yes. Yes.
if not crazier.
Yes.
So so,
Well,
so what?
that's what they call that group in the Senate, the Congress, the House.
The crazy
The
eights.
Crazy Eights. Call them crazy because they're voting no on everything unless Donald Trump tells them not to. And so nothing can change.
Well, that's a lady at work is she just says crazy shit all the time. It just is shocking what she gets away with. And she said that when Mike Johnson was voted Speaker of the House, she's like, "Oh, I really like that guy. He reads his Bible." And it's just like
No, he doesn't.
reading a book and taking to heart and 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 living a life based on the teachings of a book are wholly different concepts.
Yeah, because right in the Bible it says, leave Caesar's things to Caesar. You wouldn't be in politics if you were going to leave Caesar's things to Caesar.
I just
Period. End of quote.
I don't understand. I don't understand how it's conflated that, well, because I read the Bible, I live the Bible. No,
Right.
you're not.
Nope. Nope.
And I don't understand how that has become like the mantra du jour. among these crazy people. I've seen pictures of Marjorie Taylor Greene reading a Bible. I don't know if that woman knows how to read.
I don't think she does. She's talk about crazy. My goodness, she even kind of looks crazy.
She is crazy. It was so funny. I was watching something, and it was some congressperson. She was crying about border security and how um we need to address the threats from domestic terrorism. We need terrorism to be eradicated, and this is terrorism, terrorism, terrorism. And this congressman, I don't know who it was, but God bless him. He was just like, I am not going to be lectured by Ms. Green because on her website she is selling defund the FBI t-shirts, sweatshirts, and caps for $30 per item, not a group of items, per item. And he said, and I don't know if she is aware that the FBI is the organization the US has to fight terrorism. And he's just like, and I'm not yielding my time. And
That's it. That's it. They want to get rid of the FBI. They want to get rid of the CIA. They want to get
oh,
rid of, you know,
who's going to do their
what?
dirty work if they get rid of all of the spy organizations?
Exactly.
It's going to do their spy. What are they going to Google spy on us like everybody else has to do?
I I don't know. I you know, let's do some psychic readings and see if that helps
Oh,
out.
Christ.
For some reason I have got this psychic that has picked up on my
Your
my
emails?
emails. I'm thinking, where did I get this from? And thinking, why would I have gotten this? This is so weird.
Oh, well, I don't, how do we get any of the spam email we get? Um, Hot young teenagers want to talk to me in my email, and I know what
Okay.
that means, and I don't
Okay.
want to know what that means, and I just move that to spam.
And if you need anything for your erectile dysfunction, I can cover you.
My
I've got it
emails.
all in my email.
Yeah,
What?
all natural cures and everything.
Yes. Yes. Thinking, how did I get into
I don't
this?
know. I don't know how I got any of it. Also Russian women want to holler at me.
My
I thank you. Thank you, ladies. I am not interested.
only if you've got money. You have money? Then bring it on over.
Okay.
No, just send it to me.
Yeah, just send it to me.
Western Union it.
Huh?
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Yeah. Yes, I don't know how we get any of these emails, but how have you gotten a psychic in your email?
What? A Chris Psychic? Psychic by Chris? I don't know what it is, but what? Zip through it.
Oh my God.
I don't know. I don't know. But, I don't know how you're right, how half of that stuff comes to me, but every day I have 20 or 30 junk mails,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
but I think everybody does, don't they?
Oh yeah,
I
absolutely.
don't think I'm any
I operate
special.
3 email accounts and I all of it is garbage.
Well, Yahoo's gonna close down one of them because I haven't used it in a while, so
Oh,
well, they can close it, I don't care.
yeah, I don't care either.
I don't think they can, but they say claim they will.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Feel free.
Yeah.
I keep the one going that I use, but
I've got the podcast one, it's all full of garbage. I got my personal one and I have a Gmail account that I
oh,
rarely use, but it's all just full of garbage.
yeah, I have a Gmail account I probably don't even know how to get into anymore.
Ugh. Gmail makes it a giant pain in the ass to get in there.
Yeah, you gotta have all this stuff and then
And you
they'll
have to have like a 15
send you a code on
character.
your Gmail. I can't get into my Gmail. How am I gonna get that code?
Ugh. Yeah. The 15 character password is what gets me. I
Oh,
can't remember that many letters.
Fuck this shit. Exclamation point.
Can't remember that.
All caps.
Oh shit.
Wait a minute, how many?
That's
Uh,
12.
and an exclamation
It's
point.
13.
Oh, I need two more?
Yeah.
Hashtag and a at. All caps. No, lowercase. Oh, you gotta add the number too. Change the hashtag to a one. That just kind of looks like a finger up in there. Oh my God.
Well,
How did we veer off onto this?
I don't know, but I think it's kind of has dovetailed into something that we can call a closing.
Okay, I'm okay with that because I don't even remember what we were talking about.
We were talking about politics. We
Oh,
were getting
that
real,
just,
real nasty with it.
that enrages me. Every vote for, um, what's her name is a vote against Trump.
Nikki Haley.
Nikki Haley, yeah.
Oh, she's gonna do very good though.
I know, but every vote for Nikki Haley is a vote against Donald Trump. That's my mantra now, right now.
Okay.
Nobody's listening.
No. Did you see that she has applied for Secret Service
Yes.
protection because of the threats that her campaign has gotten?
Yeah. Well, you know what? I could put up with, half a dozen death threats. But when it gets up, three, four, five figures, I think maybe it might be time to get a little protection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard a noise this morning. What I had gone outside, I had talked to Butterscotch. I
Hmm.
had come inside, I pet the cats, I washed my hands, I took my bathrobe off, and I went back to bed. And I just sat there in bed and because I was like, well, I'm not really tired anymore, so I don't know if I should lay down. And I heard this noise and I'm like, what the Christ is that noise? And it was real insistent noise and I was just like, what the hell? I was like, is that Butterscotch tapping at the door? Is she banging
Yeah.
on the door? So I got up and I came out here and it was real loud. It's that white cat toy had gotten onto the wood and it flipped on its side.
Oh no.
How it flipped on its side, I don't know.
I think one of your little friends might have done that.
They must have. But boy, it scared the hell out of me this morning. And I texted Justin. Justin's like, should we think of buying a gun? And I'm like, no.
No, I'd shoot myself in the goddamn foot.
Yep. I hurt
I,
myself before I hurt anybody else with
yes.
it.
If you own a gun for protection, you have to be willing to kill someone. Straight up. That's if you raise your gun to protect yourself, you have to be willing to kill someone. I'm not willing to do that.
Oh, I'm there.
Okay, then you absolutely. I
If someone
just
comes in my house and doesn't kill me first, I'm gonna do some real sick saw shit to them.
okay. All
They're
right.
they're gonna wish they hadn't come in here
All right.
because there is very little humanity left in this body,
I get it. I mean, I get it.
I will be in prison for the rest of my life for doing what I do.
No, you wouldn't. You're protecting yourself.
Well, like, it goes to an extent, doesn't it?
Yeah, I guess so. You're right.
Once it reaches that saw level of shit, you are no longer protecting yourself. You are just sadistic.
Okay. Right.
You've never seen Saw, so you don't know what I'm talking about.
I know you, honey, and I believe you.
But the movie Saw took the horror genre in a whole new direction, and it really crosses that line between scary movie and torture porn,
Oh my goodness.
and I am willing to torture somebody that
Okay.
comes into my house.
All right. I'm okay with that. It's your house. Yay. On that note, don't come to Lex's.
Don't come to my house. If you don't plan on killing me, you plan on dying
Okay.
slowly.
Start at the little toe.
I'm not going to tell you how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to skin you,
Oh.
and you're going to be alive for it.
Ah.
and it's not gonna be fun. It's not gonna be fun for either of us.
Ooh, okay. It's okay. Alrighty, on that note,
On that note, we haven't figured out another movie.
no, we you know us by now.
Yeah.
Come
We
on.
are ill prepared for pretty much everything in life.
Everything. Yeah, yeah.
We did a TikTok. It was pretty cool.
We are
I
ridiculous.
made signs.
That was pretty cool.
I hand draw I hand drew signs.
Having seen the movie, they were perfect. Nice block letters. Perfect.
Yeah, I mean some of them were not as perfect as they should have been.
Yeah, but
But for hand drawing them on my lap with in the dark because my house is goddamn dark and there's no usable surface area,
I you did a great
I think they
job.
look great.
Yep. Yep. They're
I
great.
I can post pictures of them in the Facebook group.
Oh, you should. Yeah.
Also, I want everybody to appreciate my signage because Justin said that the cost of the poster board was ridiculous. And
What?
I said if you had told me how much the poster board cost, I would have told you not to buy it.
Poster board is expensive?
He said it was like $5 a sheet. And I said, "Are you goddamn kidding me?
It used to be like
Like
quarter a sheet.
like 2 for $1?" Yeah.
Yes.
That's why I said buy 2.
Oh, well then they were even better.
Yeah. So I want you to appreciate
Oh.
my $10 worth of signage.
You need to save those then. We need to use them for something else. Or three other things. To,
I
you need
need
to
to frame them.
yeah, you need to keep them and put them in our cabinet so that we
Okay, that was weird. The recorder just turned off, so that was, I guess, a sign for us to hurry it up
really wrap
and
it up. Okay.
get our shit together.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, we don't know what we're doing next. Look at our TikTok.
Yes, it's funny.
Keep keep an eye out on Facebook to see what we're doing.
Okay.
And if you don't like our political views, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, well, have we encourage you to have your own.
But if you don't like mine, you can go fuck yourself.
I will respect yours.
Oh yeah, I'll be respectful of yours, but in my head, I'll be calling you a moron,
Right, exactly.
and I'll probably be telling you to go fuck yourself.
All righty.
On that note, please do not go fuck yourself.
No.
Have a great day. Go out and do something nice for somebody.
Yeah.
Pet a cat.
Oh, yeah, it's wonderful.
All right, bye everyone.
Bye-bye.